You know that feeling in your chest when you think about doing something bold, like starting a new career, leaving a toxic relationship, or chasing a dream? That tightness, that hesitation, that inner voice saying, "What if it goes wrong?" What if I told you that this is the exact moment your life is giving you a clue that the scariest path might just be the one you need to take? Think about it. What's stopping you? Is it the unknown, the fear of failing? Today, we'll uncover the Stoic secrets to embracing the hardest, most terrifying choices in life, the ones that will shape you into the person you're destined to become. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why the scary path is essential, but you'll also be equipped with the courage to take that step. Chapter 1. Fear, your secret ally. Fear is a strange thing, isn't it? It's uncomfortable, unwelcome, and yet it shows up whenever something truly significant is at stake. Most people see fear as a red light, a reason to stop. But the Stoics saw it differently. Marcus Aurelius taught us to look inward, saying, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Fear doesn't mean danger. It means you're standing on the edge of growth. Think about it. When you were a child, learning to ride a bike was terrifying, but you pushed through and freedom followed. As adults, our fears just become more complex. What if I fail? What if I'm judged? What if I lose? But ask yourself this: what if fear is trying to guide you, not stop you? That fear of speaking up in a meeting, it's your signal that you care about your ideas. That fear of starting a new venture, it's a sign you're on the brink of stepping into your potential. Instead of running from fear, lean into it and ask, what's the worst that could happen, and what's the best that might await? Chapter 2. The illusion of safety. We all crave safety. It's human nature. We build routines, avoid risks, and convince ourselves that if we stay where it's comfortable, we'll be okay. But let's face it, safety is an illusion. Seneca, the Stoic master of wisdom, said it best. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. Staying in your comfort zone feels good, but it also stifles your potential. Picture a bird refusing to leave its nest because the outside world looks dangerous. The bird might avoid predators, sure, but it'll also never learn to fly. That's what happens when we cling to safety. We miss the opportunities that could make us soar. Life is unpredictable, and no amount of planning or avoiding risk can change that. In fact, the real danger is staying still while life moves on without you. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, it won't come. The path that scares you is scary because it forces you to grow. Step out of the illusion of safety and step into the reality of your potential. Chapter 3. Growth through discomfort. Discomfort is the price of admission to a better life. It's the gym where your character is built and your strength is tested. Epictetus, a former slave who rose to become one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, understood this intimately. He said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are. Think about the butterfly struggling to emerge from its cocoon. If someone helps it out, it won't develop the strength to fly. The struggle is necessary. It's what prepares the butterfly for the skies. In the same way, our struggles prepare us for greatness. When you avoid discomfort, you're essentially saying no to growth. On the other hand, when you face discomfort head-on, you build resilience, confidence, and capability. Whether it's starting a challenging project, having a tough conversation, or learning a new skill, the discomfort is temporary, but the rewards last a lifetime. Instead of avoiding discomfort, embrace it as the necessary process of becoming stronger, wiser, and better equipped to handle life's challenges. Chapter 4. Courage is a muscle. Courage isn't a natural trait. It's a skill you develop over time. Like a muscle, it gets stronger the more you use it. The Stoics believed in practicing courage through small, deliberate acts of discomfort. They called this premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. It's the idea of imagining the worst that could happen and preparing yourself mentally. Start small. Face a fear that's manageable, like speaking up in a small group or trying something new. Each time you act despite fear, you're training your courage muscle. Over time, you'll notice that challenges that once seemed insurmountable now feel achievable. Remember, courage isn't about the absence of fear. It's about moving forward despite it. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, until one day you'll look back and realize the path you once feared is now your daily walk. Chapter 5. The obstacle is the way. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to thrive in adversity? It's not because life is easier for them, but because they've embraced one of the most powerful Stoic principles. The obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius, who faced wars, plagues, and betrayal, realized that obstacles aren't roadblocks, they're opportunities. The challenges you face aren't there to stop you, they're there to shape you. Imagine a boulder in your path. You have 3 choices: go around it, climb over it, or use it as a stepping stone to reach even higher ground. The obstacle itself becomes the tool for your progress. Think of every successful person you admire. Behind their achievements is a story of struggle, failure, and perseverance. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Oprah Winfrey was told she'd never make it on television. They turned their obstacles into the very foundation of their success. What if you did the same? The next time you face a challenge, remind yourself that it's not the end of the road. It's the beginning of a transformation. Chapter 6. Action over perfection. One of the greatest barriers to taking the scary path is waiting for the perfect moment. But here's the truth. Perfection doesn't exist. The Stoics knew that action is the antidote to fear and overthinking. Seneca put it simply: begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Too often we get stuck in analysis paralysis, convincing ourselves that we need more time, more resources, or more skills before we can start. But waiting for perfection is just another way to procrastinate. The scariest path will never feel comfortable, and the stars will never perfectly align. So, act now. Start messy. Take one step today, even if it's small. Whether it's writing the first page of a book, making that difficult phone call, or signing up for the class you've been avoiding, every step forward builds momentum. Remember, you don't have to see the entire staircase to take the first step. Progress, not perfection, is the key to growth. Chapter 7. Embracing failure as a teacher. Failure, how much do we fear it? Society has conditioned us to see failure as the end, as proof that we're not good enough. But the Stoics saw failure differently. They viewed it as the greatest teacher. Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Failure is feedback. It's life's way of showing you what doesn't work, so you can refine your approach. Imagine you're an archer aiming at a target. Every miss teaches you something: how to adjust your stance, correct your aim, or control your breathing. Without those misses, you'd never learn to hit the bullseye. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." The next time you fail, don't retreat into shame or self-doubt. Analyze what happened, extract the lesson, and try again. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone toward it. Chapter 8. The power of purpose. When the path feels overwhelming, what keeps you moving forward? Purpose. Without a strong why, it's easy to give up when things get hard. The Stoics emphasized living in alignment with your values and focusing on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "People who labor all their lives but have no purpose to direct every thought and impulse are wasting their time, even when hard at work." Purpose gives you clarity and resilience. Think about a parent working tirelessly to provide for their children. The long hours, the sacrifices, they're fueled by a purpose bigger than themselves. What's your purpose? Is it to create a better life for your family, to leave a legacy, to grow into the best version of yourself? When you align your actions with your purpose, even the scariest path becomes meaningful. Purpose turns fear into fuel and obstacles into opportunities. Find your why and let it guide you through the storms. Chapter 9. Gratitude for the journey. One of the most overlooked tools for navigating the scary path is gratitude. It might sound counterintuitive. Why be grateful when you're struggling? But gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. The Stoics practiced this daily. Seneca advised, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your fears or challenges. It means recognizing the progress you've made, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've built along the way. Start each day by acknowledging 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. Maybe it's the support of a friend, the opportunity to chase your dream, or simply the fact that you woke up with another chance to try. Gratitude transforms the journey from a burden into a blessing. It reminds you that every step, even the hard ones, is a gift.